just 1 point last night, Tom Brady and the Buccaneers received the ball with 1:13 to go and no timeouts. The drive would only gain 16 yards before Brady had 2 straight incompletions down the field to tight ends. After turning it over on downs, Brady held up 4 fingers and could be seen talking to the officials. After the game, Bruce Arians claimed Brady was aware of the situation, while Brady himself said he should have been thinking of first down instead of going deep on 4th down. Now, we're joined by Fox Sports NFL analyst Michael Vick. Michael, do you believe that Brady lost track of downs?
Yeah, I think he lost track of the downs. Brady made it evident by putting up 4 fingers. And even, when he threw the last incomplete pass, I got up and walked into the kitchen. I turned around and seen him holding up 4 fingers, and I sat back down because I thought they had another down left. So he got me too. But when a quarterback is in a position, one of the most vulnerable positions is being in a 2-minute drill at the end of the game with no timeouts. You get flustered, it's anxiety. You're thinking about getting the first down, chunk plays and trying to move the chains as fast as you can, getting to the line of scrimmage, watching the play clock, clocking the ball. There's so many things that go through your head. I can understand how Tom got caught up in this moment. And, he'd been flustered and knocked around all day. So it was just a accumulation of things that happened and I think led to this moment. And it certainly was because Tom wasn't comfortable throughout the course of this game. He was at times, but this moment right here, in the biggest moment, I think Tom just, he let this moment get away from him, and it's one he'll probably regret for a long time. And hopefully that it don't come back to haunt this team at the end of the season. But it just goes to show it can happen to anyone, and it happened to the GOAT last night.
What happened by Tom and the Bucs not being able to pull this off? Had they pulled this off, I would have come out here and eviscerated Matt Nagy, because Matt Nagy must be out of his mind. Skip, he threw a pass. You make them burn that timeout. You run the ball again, and then you make the clock tick down to 40 seconds. You kick the field goal, you kick off, and you make Tom Brady go with no timeouts. What really hurt him, I think it was Villa, Skip. He got injured, and they had to burn a timeout. And so that really hurt him, and that's what I'm surprised of. Because normally, Mike, you know this, like when we start the 2-minute drill, we got to get something easy because we want to get something to build on. We don't automatically start going for the jugular until it gets desperate late in the clock. So I thought they would get something. They got something that ran the screen, if I'm not mistaken, Skip, to Gronk. So they got something easy. And then I was like, okay. And then I'm like, Brady, why are you throwing the ball so far down the field? You don't really need that. Just go ahead. If they're going to give you the underneath stuff, take that. And I think sometimes quarterbacks get caught up. I need big chunk plays. I need big chunk plays. Take the easy stuff if they're going to give you that. I'm surprised that he lost track of the time, because I'm looking at him like, that's incomplete. That's incomplete. That's incomplete. And I'm like, when he threw the ball down the field, I'm like, Brady, why would you? And Gronk was not even close to catch it. I mean, that was Brady. I think that was Brady, Skip, that the DB jetted the ball and went up under.
On the
fourth down. So I was surprised he lost track. He lost track of the time. And Mike, I don't know if you noticed this, but Skip came out here this morning and he blamed Todd Bowles, he blamed Bruce Arians, he blamed Byron Leftwich, he blamed the offensive line, he blamed everybody, and even the reporters asked him, did you lose track of the time? He said, well, what I should have done instead of going for a chunk play, I should have just, got the yardage. I want to know, Brady, why did you hold up 4 fingers? That's all I want to know. Tell me why you held up 4 fingers. Because you lost track of time.
Okay, let me ask both of you guys who played this game at the highest levels. Who is the least likely quarterback in the history of pro football to lose track of downs in the 2-minute drill? Least likely of all.
Yeah.
That guy you were watching last night. That guy has 59 game-winning drives in the fourth quarter overtime in his career. That's the most in the last 50 years since the NFL merged with the AFL. The most by Thomas Edward Patrick Brady Jr. He just had his 59th 4 days ago against a good Chargers defense in Tampa, a performance that helped him win Offensive Player of the Week, NFC. 6 times he's won Super Bowl rings with 6 game-winning drives. That is even beyond Michael Jordan to me, and I'm the biggest Jordan fan on the planet. So if anybody deserves any benefit of any doubt, it is that guy you were watching, number 12, last night, live on national TV, appear to lose track of the downs.
Ain't no appear. He lost it.
Something was amiss. I told you, you need to look a little deeper here. And I also told you to open the show, he looked out of it. In his post-game interview, he looked out of it. His wife has talked numerous times publicly about how she has wanted him to retire 3, 4, 5 years ago because he's had too many concussions. Michael Vick knows about concussions. Michael Vick knows what happens when, if we could see the play fairly early in the second half, Tom Brady was getting rocked, and he got ragdolled and body slammed by Khalil Mack, and it was a flag.
That was the other one. It wasn't that one. It was the other one. It came shortly after that one, though.
Okay, it did come after that one. This is not...
This is Khalil Mack, hip tossing on 325.
Is this the one?
No.
No.
I don't think they got it.
Okay. The point is, we know the play, and they threw a flag on it because it was unnecessary, and yet there was offensive holding, which canceled the flags. Okay? So, to me, Brady, even at the end of the game, he looked dazed and confused. He looked dingy. He looked concussed. If you watch carefully his postgame, he was having a little bit of trouble remembering what happened. He was having trouble stringing his sentences together. I could be wrong, but I will bet you today you hear about he's in concussion protocol. And maybe you'll say, well, they're covering for him. And maybe you'll be right about that. But this is the one guy I'm not going to condemn for that. Michael, take it away. You've been through concussions before. Is there any chance he was just a little dingy?
If he was dinged and concussed, then that gives him a pass for sure. And I will say this, every professional quarterback is entitled to make a mistake here and there. It's not always going to be pretty or picture perfect, but, I have to recollect to Tom Brady's greatest moments. And I know he will reflect back on these moments in any given situation like yesterday. His first Super Bowl, he went down the field and checked the ball down the entire time. He didn't even take a chunk or go down the field. To Shannon's credit of what he said. And I still believe that Tom Brady, in certain situations or most situations, in most cases with the Buccaneers, is trying to show this team why he's the greatest of all time, why he has multiple Super Bowls, and why he is, one of the best to ever line up. So that plays a factor as well into everything that he's trying to do as far as being a success for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So it's a plethora of things. It's a lot of things that come into play right now. And if Tom was dinged up, then we'll give him a pass. If not, then he has to take this.
No, we don't do that, Mike. We don't do that here. I mean, some other shows
we do it over on this side.
No, we don't do that because great players don't get breaks. LeBron James has never gotten a break. They never gave Peyton Manning the breaks. I'm noticing what Tom Brady showed me last night is that he's human. Skip Bayless would have you to believe that the man's not human, that he's incapable of making a mistake. Even the greatest make mistakes. And that's what happened. Thomas, Edward, Patrick, all 3 of them forgot what down it was. Thomas couldn't tell Patrick. Patrick couldn't tell Edward that it was 4th down, and if you're incomplete ball, they're getting it. And I don't know if you noticed this, Mike, but did you see Tom Brady leave the field? They were getting ready to go. He walked out the field before the clock ended.
Wait, are you taking him to task for that? No, I'm serious. Are you?
No.
So why are you bringing it up?
Because I just want to make sure, because everybody was killing LeBron James for leaving the court early.
Wait a second. It's called a pandemic, and you're not supposed to go, fraternize and hug each other? Okay, well, did you see what Patrick Mahomes apologized for doing?
Dak did the same thing.
Okay. And, Stephon Gilmore?
Yeah. Okay. Patrick Mahomes hugged Stephon Gilmore. And it's hard to break that, Skip, because that's the human element of us.
Okay,
that's
well, you can't condemn Brady for running off the field. You're supposed to run off the field.
No, I'm not saying, no. You run out the field once it says 0-0. Isn't that what you're supposed to do? Isn't that what you said LeBron was supposed to do? Wait till the clock run down and then run the field. It was 19, 20 seconds on the clock and he running.
Oh, okay.
He running. I got no problem with that. No, I don't want you to make excuses because when he won when he won the Offensive Player of the Week, you didn't mention Todd Bowles. You didn't mention the offensive line. You didn't mention any of those receivers.
I did mention Todd Bowles. I said they gave up a 53-yard touchdown and 72
you mentioned
to a rookie quarterback.
You mentioned him in a negative light. Now, all of a sudden, Tom Brady pulled a J.R. Smith. He out there like J.R. on that Henny in game 1 of the finals. He got up 4 fingers.